to the Relatively Friends podcast with Robbie, Kevin, and Joe. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday morning. How are you guys doing today?
Tired? How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good.
How are you guys doing out there in TV-ish land? Great. Fantastic. I'm glad you're doing good. Today's show, as usual, we have no clue what we're talking about, but I'm sure we'll figure something out.
If not, it's going to be very awkward silence.
Yeah, it will be. Lift your mic up. It's pointed at your chin. Pretty sure your chin can't talk. St. Patty's Day. How about that? That's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, like tomorrow?
I know, right? Did you guys do anything? Go to any of the shows?
No, because I completely forgot it was St. Patty's Day this weekend.
How do you forget it's St. Patty's Day? They literally have stuff like everywhere.
Because I was too busy trying to get my Jeep functional again, which I failed miserably at.
I told you to sell it and get a new one.
No, I'm not doing that. It's already paid off. Why do that?
I don't know. I'm the same way. I keep my little crappy blue car forever. I'm going to have you guys help me put some wrap on it because the paint's coming off and I don't want to get it repainted.
I'll help. You need a heat gun for that.
I got heat gun. I got like 3 heat guns.
I got a good one.
What do we need? Water, heat gun, and squeegees? And sanders, I guess?
What do you need sanders for?
Don't you got to sand down the shitty paint? Since it's not like all pristine paint, it's literally chipping away. I'm sure I have to like sand it so it's smoother. It's going to be a weird
I think you have to do that, yeah.
Maybe.
Just don't use 80 grit. Use like 500 or 800.
Yeah.
Or 2,000. Buff it. There you go. Just use a buffer.
Just use a buffer? Oh my God. Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Wet sand it. You'll be right.
That sounds like a lot of work. I could just drive it how it is. I really don't care.
Dude, just wet sand it, mask it, and get spray paint.
Whoa. It's a lot. It's like the roof.
Yeah, but they have auto spray paint.
Yeah, but the paint for that thing is like expensive.
The auto spray paint cans?
They're expensive. They're like $25 each.
It's still cheaper than what you're going to pay for the wrap.
The wrap's like $300. And that does the whole car.
You're going to use like 4 cans.
Which is $100.
Compared to $300.
And then I got to mask it off and all this other stuff. And it's going to drip probably. And I got to put it in my garage, which I don't have any garage space.
It's easy.
Or I could just wrap it and sit outside and squeegee it.
Oh, either way.
Squeeze. No?
You can try. It'll pale up eventually if you don't do it right.
That's fine. I don't really care. This is an A to B car. It is 100% A to B. Just a little old 2015 Sonata. Just A to B. Gets me from work to...
What color are we wrapping it?
Same color. Some type of blue.
Should go in a neon green. Stand out.
In a Sonata.
Yep. You'll be the only one with a neon green Sonata.
Yeah, I'll be the only one getting laughed at in a Sonata.
Maybe.
Sonata's a respectable car.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's a every man's car. You get it for your family. It works. No problems. Respectable.
They're reliable, I'll say that.
Very reliable. I've only ever had one major issue with the car.
What was that?
Fuel injector.
Oh, that's an expensive fix.
It's like $500.
Yeah.
They messed it up.
That's cheaper than my goddamn thermostat in my Jeep. Thermostat's $800. Because you have to replace the whole electric housing because it's all one piece.
You could usually do the thermostat yourself, though.
Yeah, the part was $800.
Oh. Should have got it from China.
What do you think it came from?
China. Where are all Jeep parts made? China?
China or Mexico.
Well, I know the vehicles are made in Mexico, but the parts... Well, I mean, nothing's made in the U.S. Literally everything we have is made in China.
No, unless you're getting from like year one. All that's made in America.
What's year one? Like the first year of a company, or like it's a brand name year one?
Year one's name of a company. They do all American and muscle cars.
Oh.
So everything they make is here.
I would love to buy American if it wasn't like so expensive.
What, car?
Just anything. anything you buy that's made in America is literally like 5 times the cost. It feels like.
Well, you got to pay those people the $30 an hour to put a screw in something.
Which I'm fine with, but they should fix it and find a way to make it cheaper. Oh well, is what it is. You quiet over there, Kevin. You quiet last show too.
I don't know shit about cars. What am I gonna say?
You have a car.
He just buys them or leases them and returns it and gets a new one every 6 months. Or a year.
I don't fix cars for nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's professional mechanics to do that.
Yeah. So
What's the fun in that?
Yeah, what's the fun? I don't fuck it up.
Hey, guess what? I used to be a professional mechanic.
Good for you. Why aren't you still a professional
Because
mechanic?
that shit didn't pay anything.
It can, but you got to bust your ass.
Yeah, I didn't.
Were you hourly or were you flat rate?
I was hourly plus commission, depending on what it was.
See, if you go flat rate, you can make a lot of money as long as you can get the job done in a certain amount of time.
I mean, I made livable wage. It was a lot of work. It was fine.
It's rough on your back.
Yeah, and I did a lot of tires. I was like the tire guy. So I did all the tires. Then every now and then I would do, you're the new guy. So that's pretty much all you do is freaking tire and rotations, oil changes. It's like, this sucks. Went from selling the tires to doing the tires to...
Oil change, and then they'll upgrade you the brakes.
Brakes were part of the oil. Tires and brakes are it was all the same. Because you just yank off that's easy. Just... I do my brakes now.
Unless you're doing the old drums.
Oh, God.
You gotta take all the springs out in each spot, and you gotta do one side at a time because if you forget where those colored springs go, you put them in the wrong spot. It doesn't work.
Yeah, drums are a pain. They were a pain, especially back then because that was what 2005 to 2006, 7, 2004 to 2007, maybe. I don't know, something like that.
You had someone bring in a 2500, and the freaking drums weighed about 50 pounds.
Yeah. Those Chevys, those drums. Because back then you still got older cars. You still got cars that from like the early 90s.
The old Cadillacs with the huge ass drums that were like this big.
Yeah, that is one of the crazier things.
And you had to shut the air ride suspension off in the trunk before you lifted the Cadillac because if you didn't, you'd blow the shocks.
Yeah. Did you know that so tires, people are the cheapest when buying tires when it comes to their vehicles, but tires are the most important part of the vehicle because it's the
Besides your brakes.
is the only thing that touches the road. Brakes are important, but not as important as tires because brakes aren't touching the road.
No, but that's what stops you. Especially when you're doing like 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, but if your tires are bald, the brakes are useless.
Yeah.
You should just kind of skid down the road.
Yeah, never cheap out on tires or brakes, ever.
I mean, you could cheap out on brakes. So I buy like the cheap knockoff brakes from Amazon or whatever the Amazon version of the brakes are, and they last 40, 50,000 miles each round, and you know how I drive, so that's actually pretty good.
My Jeep has 120,000 miles on it. It still has the original brakes. And they're still at 40 or 50%.
Well, you drive like a grandma.
No, I drive fast. It was the only good thing that they did on those damn vehicles was the original brakes.
Lies. There's no way. You
can go look at them after. The whole car's taken apart.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sure it is.
But after this, I'm not buying any vehicle newer than 2005.
Why?
Because if you want to work on it yourself, you need a goddamn engineering degree or electronic degree to fix anything.
Fair. That's fair.
Mechanic prices are getting way out of control.
Dude, mechanic prices are crazy. I haven't had to get anything done, but I know I got to get my $30,000 on my truck, which...
That should be covered though, right?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything anyway. I mean, that's them like just sort checking things. It's not like they're going into your transmission and doing transmission fluid and filter and all that stuff.
I think my truck...
That's $60,000.
I think my truck requires... I think it requires some fluid changes.
Coolant?
Maybe. Let's find out.
Coolant flush.
Oh, well, that's a fail. Maybe. Oil change, tire rotation, air filter, drivetrain inspection, brake pad inspection, service. Oh, okay, so I guess it does not include any fluids.
No, 60,000 when you get into fluid changes.
Well, that's good.
And those damn transmission filters cost a fortune.
Yeah, they do. Flushes, I don't. Flushes or whatever. They're kind of dumb to me.
What year's your truck?
2020.
You have to plug it in to change the tires?
The what?
You have to plug it in to change the tires?
No. What do you mean plug it in?
So my work truck's a 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So if you change tires or fill the tires, you literally have to plug it into a computer to reset all the sensors. Like, you can't literally just fill the tires. You literally have to plug it into a computer to update everything after. Even the windshield wipers, if you have to replace the windshield wipers, you have to go in and reset it.
That seems stupid. Why would I buy it? Why would anyone want a truck where you had to do all that?
And that's basic Ford.
That seems terrible.
That's why I don't want a new vehicle.
They keep sending me. I think I said this last. Did I say this last week? They keep sending me the letters like, "Hey, we'll give you money for your truck, but
I get
if
that
you
from
want to
my
buy
Cadillac.
another truck."
I get that from my Cadillac all the time. And I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah, I know. It's like mine's a nice like 5.7 Hemi, and now all they have is like these 3.0 twin turbo POSs that can't tow. Well, I guess they can't tow, but
They can tow. They're a lot faster than yours acceleration wise.
yeah, but I don't care. I don't need to go fast. I'm driving a
Better
truck.
gas mileage. Little.
Maybe. I mean, is it though? Once you lift it and put big old tires
No,
on it, it's
no.
still the same gas mileage, 15 miles per gallon. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
Just buy an old truck and retromod it.
No, I want a Mustang or a
Fox body.
a 60.
Oh, you want an
67.
older one.
Yeah, 67.
I've been trying to find one. People want too much for them, even without the engine and transmission. They still want like 20 grand just for like the shell.
No, yeah, depends on what condition the shell's in. I've seen a few where they're like,
A couple that you're rusted out and they want like 5 grand.
yeah, they want like 5 grand, and it's like, oh, you got to put like 70 grand into it to make it into anything. It's like, you can buy. When I was doing all my research, you could buy a full just a frame, retro mod frame or whatever it is, for like 20 grand, and it's just all ready to go, brand new aluminum. You just start bolting your pieces in, and I'm like, why wouldn't? Maybe if I built it from like scratch, that would be the way to go. But then it would be like 100 grand later, and 10 years later, it's finally finished.
You could probably do it in $40,000. Because
Yeah.
a 350 crate motor is only cost you like $1,000.
Yeah, but why would I do a 350 when I can do as big as possible?
You can do a big block.
Yeah.
Big block will cost you about $15,000 for a 454.
Yeah, there you go.
You
See,
get into those big motors, that's when the prices go through the roof. Jesus Christ, Robbie.
Why?
Be professional.
this is, you know what? I'm just like Jason said. I told Jason last week, this is not a professional show. It is a backyard brawl, if anything.
True. No, see, I want to go like an RX-7, put like a 1.8 turbo in it. Or drop an LS1 motor in it like I did my last one.
Oh, I was about to say, you're going to go with a rotary engine? Good luck with that.
They're not hard to work on.
They're progressively harder to work on because pieces are far and few between now.
That's the problem, yeah. Well, you can find them everywhere for cheap.
I haven't looked in damn near 8 years, so I don't know.
I'll just do what I did with my last one and drop an LS1 motor in it and not be able to keep it on the road because it's too much torque for that little car.
We should become a car channel.
And Kevin would have
I'm
nothing
out.
to talk about, yeah.
You could learn cars.
No, I don't want to. I'm too old to do that, and I'm not going to start now. So, fuck off. It ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen.
Why?
You can be a car channel. I'll just go,
Oh, you would have a blast.
no, I wouldn't.
You would have a blast.
Oh, no.
I like working on cars. Always have, though. I just don't have the money to do what I want.
True.
It's an expensive hobby.
Everything's an expensive hobby, though. This is an expensive hobby. Video games are an expensive hobby.
Video games are ridiculously overpriced now.
I know. That's why you have to wait till they go on sale. You can never play anything when it comes out. Sucks.
Or just wait until Sony puts it on there for their free monthly game. That's what I do. I don't even buy games. I play the free monthly games.
The free monthly games. Oh my god.
Hey, they give some good ones.
They put Dragon Age on there, and
I know that's the crappy one. That one was horrible.
Yeah.
That one had bad ratings. I downloaded it anyway, but
all the people who paid money for it like 3 months ago are all like, "What the fuck?"
it didn't do that good though.
Well,
Its
yeah,
ratings were
because
horrible. That's like the worst Dragon Age they ever put out. The Rust Inquisition was awesome.
I heard it wasn't a terrible game. I'm gonna play it because we have the PlayStation, so eventually I'll get around to playing it. But I heard it wasn't. It's just the writing's bad.
It's not up to their normal standards.
Yeah, they kind of went the way of the all inclusive with the story. So from what I'm hearing, so I'm like, well, you need to like focus on one thing and then just roll with it. It's kind of like, did you ever play Deliverance? Kingdom
No.
Come? So that game, when it came out, there was like all this controversy and uproar. Everyone's like, why are there no women in here? Why are there no people of color? Why can't you be like this? Why is there a character creator? Blah, 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 blah.
You're never gonna please anybody.
Yeah.
Though.
And they're like, this is a historically accurate game. There ain't any of that shit in this time. Like, there were no African, there were no any of this stuff. Like, women did this, guys did this. This is historically accurate. And people are like, well, this is bullshit. This just shouldn't be like this. We need to be able to create our own characters. And they're like, then don't buy the game. Like,
If you're building a game off of historical accuracy, you can't modify it.
Especially if you're like, this is
accurate.
the vision. Huh?
Yeah, then it's no longer
Historical accurate.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
See, you messed up with it too the second time. Yeah, it's no longer accurate.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, not every game needs to be super inclusive. It just needs to be a game. That's all it needs to be. It needs to just do whatever it does and be exactly what it needs to be. And that's it. Because there's maybe millions of games out there.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of thousands. I don't know how many video games there are total.
Well, Nintendo has a shit ton of its own.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox.
Let's just say there's a million.
Then computer has their own whole set. There's going to be more than a million.
Well, let's just say there's
Are you
like.
including retro games?
I'm including
Or are you just including newer games?
newer games. We'll say there's like 100,000 games that are not shovelware. Just, someone releasing some garbage on whatever system. If you can't find something to play out of that tickles your fancy, then you need to figure your life out, because I don't know what's going on there.
True. That was like Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That game was just too goddamn long.
It was very long.
I put 80 hours into it, and I just gave up.
Huge map.
Yeah, 80 hours. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm good. This game's done. I'm done with it.
But you're not going to have all the other races in it because it takes place during the Viking Age.
Yeah, true. But it wasn't historically accurate by any means. It was just like, we're taking Vikings and adding Assassin's Creed to it. So they could do whatever they want. Poor Kevin. You're over there just being all quiet because you don't know anything about anything.
I don't play video games either.
You have a PlayStation, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
PlayStation
4.
2. Oh,
I
you're
have
4.
those two. I still have my PS3.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to sell me the 2.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you are. You said if you ever got rid of it, I had first dibs.
No, that was my Wii U.
Where's the Wii U?
Still upstairs in my room. I can't get it to boot.
I was about to say, does it even work anymore? Because then
Yeah.
they shut it down.
I can't get it to boot up anything. It just goes on the white Nintendo screen and just stays there and won't do anything else.
Did they cancel that whole system?
Yeah.
You can't play. You can't go online with it anymore, but you can still play the disc and stuff. Same thing with the Wii. They took that offline too, but you can still play the games.
Yeah, I know. That's so stupid. That's why I like the Steam Deck is like the best system, because every Steam game you buy, you can essentially play just about
Close to it.
close to it. It'll run in some fashion or not run, but most games run.
As long as you have a Wi-Fi, right?
No, that's the PlayStation.
Oh, you can download into it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like 70 games on my Steam Deck, and I just like sleep at night, and I'm like, remember I used the glasses that I still haven't done my follow-up review for?
I heard the Steam Deck's good for traveling.
Yeah, it actually is. It actually is a pretty good travel thing. You just pop it out, play your game. It's loud sometimes. Sometimes it's like, woo, sounds like you got a little lawnmower next to you. I've taken it out on the plane and just been like, playing like a hard game. I'm like, oh, I should probably play a less demanding game.
You plug your headphones into it?
No, I just use some earbuds.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty much a little computer if you really think about it. It's a tiny little computer that just runs games. You could run Windows off of it if you really wanted to. So,
yeah, I have all the Castlevania games on Steam.
You should play. You should get a Steam Deck.
I play them all the time on my computer.
You should buy my Steam Deck.
I don't want your Steam Deck.
Oh, why?
I don't need one.
Oh,
I don't travel anywhere. What do I need the Steam Deck for?
for when you're in bed.
Nah, that's what I get the Wii for.
Nah.
Not the Wii, the Switch.
Dude, I haven't touched my Switch in like years.
Really?
Literally, it's collecting dust. We have 2 Switches. Nobody touches them. They just sit in the corner. Don't even know where my kids is.
My kids play theirs all the time.
You need to get them some computers so they can use computer games.
Blake has a computer.
Like a good one?
All right.
What was that?
They're not into computers. That was one of these.
Oh, that can't be good. Oh, well. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Wasn't me. Everything on my phone was quiet.
Oh, maybe it was a phone.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. A phone. Wasn't mine.
Mine's all on silent.
No.
So is mine.
Now it is.
All right. Well, moving on to today's show. I think we beat the video game stuff up enough. So St. Paddy's Day, huh? When's the last time you guys actually did anything for St. Paddy's Day? I feel like that's one of those holidays, kind of like Easter, where eventually you just stop doing unless you actually absolutely have to.
I don't do anything for it, and I never like doing anything.
You never like went out and just started like drinking and
No.
having corned beef and
No.
green eggs
I
and
make
ham.
it a point to never wear green, too.
But you always wear black, so does it really
To make sure
matter?
there's-
Besides just pink
There's
shirt.
no green in it. Because
Just, you know what? Tomorrow, wear green.
no.
Okay.
It's my day off. I'll do whatever I want.
Wear some green boxers. I don't care.
No. I'm going to wear bright pink ones.
You guys send a picture. Group chat it.
You want a picture of me in my drawers?
I mean, it's no different than you in a swimsuit.
My swimsuit's a little baggy. These are pretty tight.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
I'm good then.
Okay. See, there you go.
I didn't realize you wore tighty whities.
I should have just sent him the picture anyway,
Pinky
just to
whitey.
surprise him.
Tidy
I mean,
pinkies.
Open
it's
that
no
picture.
different than the Thanksgiving pictures.
Right?
Those aren't my nuts.
So you say. You never said they were. You would just send pictures, and we should be like.
But I never said they weren't either.
So just so the world knows out there, so every year Kevin sends a turkey nut picture to the group chat, some variation of turkey nuts, and under the
Every
the
year.
past 10 years, I've
4
literally
years.
just assumed he's just done something with his nuts and just threw it out there. We're just like,
That's
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I got them saved in their own little folder. Yeah. Like, see, I got a Christmas one.
You said that last year.
Yeah. I got a Christmas one. There was one of the Thanksgiving ones.
That was last year's.
Those are not the same scrotum. Okay, I'm sorry. But look, that set of balls and that set of balls aren't the same set of balls. Okay?
They could be. You could have just aged and they moved around a little.
Or there's this one. See, that's a different set of balls. See, the other one hangs lower. Different set of balls.
Who knows? I always thought that was just you fucking around.
No, not me. Found a good thing. Valentine's Day one too.
Oh my god.
So we can't show them because
I think I
Reasons?
accidentally turned it that way. So.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be all
It's
right.
probably fine.
I mean, I can start making my own if you want.
I would prefer not to.
Okay.
Now that I know that that's not you, I'm actually quite happy. We're all singing Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Nut Shot.
Yep.
Every year.
Every year.
Do you remember? Were you there when we did that?
Did what?
At ELM when we nutscaped people?
No.
That was you and
That was me and I know me and Dylan did.
Dylan. There we go.
Yeah.
Which Dylan? Dylan
Sorry.
bigger?
Little Dylan.
Buff Dylan, Hawaiian Dylan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hawaiian Dylan.
That's why I said bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
'Cause
We did that all the time. You left your computer unlocked. It was getting nutscaped.
Who was it that got Burt Reynolds on their computer naked?
He did that to me.
Was that you?
Yeah, he did that to my computer. Yeah.
Burt Reynolds. Wow.
Well, the one time I nutscaped Dylan, I forgot that he was on. He wasn't. It wasn't. He was on the gas company server. He had logged onto their server, and I didn't know that. So it changed it for everything.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That kind of put a stop to that one.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Yeah, because I did that, and he saw it. It was maybe 30 seconds it was on there. And he's like, dude, I was on the gas company server. I was like, whoops. Sorry, my bad.
Well, I'm sure they never
funny.
noticed.
No, they probably never noticed.
Maybe.
If they did, nobody ever said nothing.
They're like these kids and their pranks and games. Oh well. Jesus. That's
Didn't he move Leland's whole office into the bathroom too?
Todd did that.
Was that Todd?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. And that lasted for he was in there for like 2 weeks.
I still got that picture, too.
Do
A
you
week?
really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he left that shit in there for days.
Yeah, until they were like, you need to take it out.
Yeah. He was like, this is actually kind of nice until somebody came in and blew it up. I mean, they did some heavy damage to that thing.
Yeah. We definitely had a lot of
Oh yeah. Damn, you do still have it. That's funny.
yeah, that was solid.
Yeah. That was a good joke.
That
It was-
was
I mean, that desk, we had to literally lift it. Like, it had to go in sideways. We had to lift it up. And then, because it barely, like, between the wall and that sink, there was maybe less than a quarter inch of space. So it kind of fit perfectly.
you know, you really couldn't do that nowadays in an office. You'd get fired
Oh,
and
yeah.
sued,
Yeah.
and they would like have to go to therapy because of the emotional trauma.
Yeah. Pussies.
Yeah, the workplace, the kids nowadays who are in work, they can't hang with anything.
No.
They
the
don't
pranks
know
we played back in the day.
sarcasm at all either,
I know. You can't do anything.
which is horrible because our generation has like the most sarcasm than any other generation out there.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right there. Yeah, our generation is solid. I think we're the last generation that probably owns our own homes. The last generation to have cheap college and not be drowned in college debt.
Yeah, if you went to school in your 20s, when we were in our 20s, it wasn't through the roof like it is now.
I know, it was actually pretty reasonable. I mean, there are alternatives you can do for school, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth going to school anymore, especially with all the trades that are aging out. You might as well just go into a trade, be like an elevator repair person and make like 140 grand a year, or be like
An IT guy make 30.
yeah, an
Have to
IT
get
guy
a
make
degree.
like 30, 60, be like a HVAC person to make like 110. I mean, your top end's not that much better. It's not that great, but when you like parse it out over like a 20-year span, you pretty much make the same amount of money. You just start life off not in debt and drowning.
They took trade out of most schools though for these young kids.
Did they?
Most of them, yeah.
I don't know. What do they? I mean, like, I remember in high school, they did have a shop class.
Oh, you mean like high school?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
They took that out of a lot of schools.
I remember there was one class that had, like, where you could learn, AutoCAD. Where you could go to shop.
carpentry.
Yeah. Welding. Yeah, stuff like that. And they slowly phased that stuff out. Like I remember when I first got into high school when I was a freshman, you could learn welding, but once I became a senior, they got rid of that.
Unless you went to a tech high school, which a lot of those are gone too,
Yeah.
because they push college on everybody.
Yeah, the voc. Yeah, I do remember that. I took freshman year. I took woodworking, and then we didn't have it in my school. We had it in a neighboring school, Freehold. I think it was Freehold or Howell, one of those two schools.
I went to a tech school, so my
Yeah.
school all was shops.
Yeah, we never had. Couldn't take auto though. It was too far away.
The only thing they did keep was small engine repair. They kept that.
For
That
where you were.
Yeah, for the school I went to. They got rid of like shop class. You couldn't work on a full size car or nothing like that, but you could work on a lawnmower.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should bring that back because we need mechanics.
We need carpenters, we need electricians, we need plumbers.
I mean, you might as well turn mechanics into like a full scale degree with the way the cars are going nowadays.
could, yeah.
Instead of just having certs and everything, it might as well just be a full on like 4-year degree.
Well, the problem is each car manufacturer requires its own certifications to learn their program. So
Yeah, but if you had like a general program that taught 99% of the stuff, and then the little nuances to using their crap was you learn at the dealership, that would make it like a lot easier.
yeah,
But I guess you need apprenticeship programs so that, I don't know.
well, if you're a diesel mechanic, you have to go through an apprentice program like that because you journeyman out on a diesel mechanic.
If you're a diesel mechanic, you're probably from the military, honestly.
No, Mack
No, not
trucks and stuff
necessarily.
like that. Anybody who works on like those bulldozers and stuff like that, those are all diesel mechanics who work at like the CAT.
Yeah. But I think,
They're all journeymen.
yeah, maybe. We should probably look into that.
They're union. You go through a journeyman program too. You journeyman out, kind of like being an electrician or a plumber.
Just another system to keep the man down.
They make good money.
They do, that's true.
They make like 140, 150,000 a year doing diesel mechanics.
If you're just starting out, that ain't shit. 140,000. Like you can't even buy a house.
No, not anymore. No.
Well, not here, because it's 109 is the medium home income needed to buy a house here and live not broke. So, and maybe
With
I'll
the house prices now, yeah.
maybe I'll find
You
that.
want to live comfortably, you need like 180,000 a year
I know
between full income from everybody to buy a house now. Not when we bought our house, but if you were to buy a house now, you have to like at least 180,000 a year to live somewhat comfortably.
Could you imagine having?
Especially if you want to eat eggs.
I remember when I was like, oh yeah, fucking eggs, bro. They actually came down a little bit in price.
Did they? The last time
Yeah.
I looked, they were $9.99 for a freaking dozen.
Who the fuck buys a dozen? I buy a 40 stack.
Those things were $30. The
Yeah.
last time I looked, I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
Used to
they were 40 at one point, and then they came down a little bit.
Much, way too much for eggs.
It's like 90 cents an egg or something, 80 cents an egg. It's worth it. You need your protein.
I'm just gonna buy my own chickens.
They have some Tractor Supply company right over there off
I know.
Equestrian.
They
They just
always
said
have
they
little
got baby
chickens.
chicks. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, they did. I drove
Every
by the other day.
Tractor
They got
Supply
baby
store
chicks.
sells chickens.
So can we put a pen in your backyard?
No, because I'm not rated in my HOA.
Can
Yeah,
you
I
send a
can't
letter to the HOA and see if you can do that?
You can't have chickens in Henderson anyway.
Why? People do. People
not,
have.
not supposed to.
They
I'm
definitely do.
I'm in an HOA, and I got cops living in my neighborhood, so that wouldn't be good.
As long as it's not crowing, nobody's gonna give a shit.
No, it's
no
not a
different.
rooster.
It's no different than dog shit. It's actually probably smells better. Actually, it's,
No, they attract rats.
rats don't really survive here that well. I mean, there are rats, but it's kind of like bugs. Bugs aren't really.
Yeah, I was about to say there's rats everywhere. Go to Chinatown. There's
No,
rats everywhere.
there are, but they're not like
Go to
as
that
prevalent.
park at Horizon and Gibson. That freaking park has rats running around everywhere.
Are you serious?
Which part?
The one up
Horizon and
Acacia?
I think so. It's the one right along the highway in the back. If you go up Horizon,
Oh, where they built the school? No, Horizon.
But if you go up Gibson, I think you turn like down like Pablo, whatever the heck that road is, and has that.
Oh,
that,
the one that's in the corner of the 90, 95, and 215.
Yeah, that's Acacia.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that thing has rats running around it like crazy.
I've always at Acacia. I never see rats there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything there. I've never stayed for anything more than like. I think
Taking
I
a
was there.
leak at the bathroom. That's about it.
Yeah, I was there for a birthday party once, like an hour.
It made the news last year because they had rats everywhere.
Oh, it must have been a thing though. There must have been like something.
Yeah, because I'm there all the time, and I don't.
Ugh. Yeah. Well, you don't typically see that many rats around here.
Go work the strip at night. You see them everywhere too.
Well, that's different. The strip's a little different.
Yeah. Because there's always fucking food in the alleys somewhere.
Yeah, there's always food. There's literally food grease everywhere.
Yeah.
Dead homeless people they can chew on.
Go in the back alleys of Chinatown. There's fucking rats and pigeons just covered in grease.
Yeah. The homeless thing's kind of getting out of control here.
Go down Main Street. Holy shit! You can't.
I
Even
did go
use,
down
You
Main-
can't use the first two lanes because it's filled with tents.
Yeah, it's gotten a little crazy, and I don't think there's really much we can do about it.
No. Need affordable housing. Most of those people, a lot of those people actually have jobs. Some of those people work. They just can't afford to live anywhere. Go out to Red Rock. There's a lot of people living in vans out there too.
Could you imagine if we actually had affordable housing? Like legit, like affordable housing, not like some BS where it's not really affordable. But what's affordable? What would be affordable housing? Like what you can pay type of deal?
Well, when I first moved here, the apartment building's right down there on Lake Mead and Boulder, right across from Walmart. I was paying $625 for a one bedroom.
So with inflation, $1,750.
It's about what it's at now. But why does that apartment need to raise their rates? That thing's been there for 20 years. It's already paid off. Why are they increasing their rates?
Because they can.
Because they can
Yeah.
do improvements. Because they can do new paint, new roof, new ACs, new
They haven't done anything. Have you driven by that
Yeah,
thing?
but
That thing's still run down.
That's from their.
But you don't know if they did improvements on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you
New
pay like?
appliances and everything.
Don't
new
you pay like a
flooring.
maintenance fee too when you
Yeah,
rent?
yeah.
So there's like a maintenance fee that you pay plus your rent. So it's like, hey, it's kind of like the New Jersey Parkway. It was paid off like 30 years ago.
And you still pay
And
crazy
they
tolls to drive it down.
Yeah, you still pay. Most parkways are paid off in a couple of years, and then they just keep charging.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, maintenance costs. It's like, it's not. It's really not. It's just a way of making money now. I'm sure they have investors. I'm sure the apartment complex is owned by like some national company that has stocks that needs to produce like dividends every year or some bullshit. Because and I think I've said this before, the most detrimental thing to innovation is stocks, shareholders. Like, it's so crazy with how people will prioritize profit over innovation every single time. They will snuff out all the competition just to make sure their profits are intact and they can pay their shareholders. Look at like Microsoft, like all these big tech companies.
Every company does.
We have like like 5 big tech companies, and then we've had those same 5 companies for like ever, because all they do is, it seems like all they do anytime something's like, ooh, this is the next big thing. Yeah, we're just gonna buy them, and then they slowly disappear, or get
They close
integrated.
them down,
Or they get integrated into their shit because they're actually. So it's gotta appease them shareholders, because if there's competition, then profits go down. Could you imagine where we'd be if no one cared shit about profits? Just the money to live on. If they didn't need to have that second Bentley.
How many cars do you have now?
By choice?
Yeah, how many cars do you have?
By choice?
How many cars do you have? Answer the question. How many cars do you have?
I have 4.
There you go. But do you need those?
No, one's getting.
You drive your car. You can't drive your truck simultaneously. Why don't you get rid of one of them?
Well, I need the truck to.
No, well, get rid of one of them.
I can't.
Get rid of one.
I can only get rid of one, which I am. That one's getting traded in.
There you go.
I need
Trade
the
in,
truck.
that
I
means
need
you're
the
getting
truck.
another one.
No. It's just getting traded in, and they're giving me money.
Okay.
I only need 2 cars, which.
You don't know. You can't drive 2 cars simultaneously. You can only drive one.
Yeah, but one's paid off.
Okay, keep that one.
Economically, why would I get rid of a car that's paid off Actually,
Well, you were just complaining about somebody buying a second Bentley. You yourself have multiple cars.
yeah, but there's a big difference between like a
No, there
$5,000
isn't.
car.
No, there's no difference.
No, how's there no difference?
There is no difference.
The difference.
Don't you buy stocks too? Don't you buy and sell stocks?
Hmm?
Yeah. So, like, what are you complaining about?
The difference between him and one of those.
Oh, they got millions and you don't.
No, I don't have any. I don't care about the dividends. I only buy a shell just for shits and giggles. So if I get dividends, fantastic. If not, it's fantastic. I don't give a shit.
The difference is he's not raising people's cost to buy his other car. That's the difference.
What cost?
Well, if these guys who want to buy their Bentley, if they raise the prices of their products to buy it, you're not costing people money to buy a car. Where these people go, oh, I want to buy a new yacht. I'm going to increase the price of my product.
Well, it wouldn't be like that. It would be more like, let's say I own a shitload of shares. They're planning on doing this. They're saying, hey, we're going to reinvest $300 million into this program with our company. And then their board of shareholders goes, well, we only got 2% return on our investment last year. We really need like 12%. And then the company's like, hey, but we really need to invest in this. It'll be better. Well, we own majority shares, so we're going to need our dividends. Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about, where it's like you could invest in the company and do stuff, or you have bitching and complaining stock shareholders that are like, I need more money. Give me money. Money. Because like me, I don't care about the money. If I only had to have one car, I'd have one car. I don't care. I can have two cars because it's just how my life is afforded. But it's not like multiple. I guess I have more than two cars. The fourth car is out of circumstance. That doesn't really count. I'll say two. I have two cars. We'll eliminate third because that's not really mine. It's my wife's.
That's fine. She can have a car. She needs to do stuff.
Yeah, so I have one for, towing and doing stuff like that, and then one for daily driving.
Okay.
And the one for daily driving is paid off, baby. I would never have two car payments. Let's put it that way. I would never have two car payments. I think that's insane. Unless you, for a single person to have two car payments is crazy.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Does that answer your question? I don't even know if I answered your question.
I'm just sitting here. You're like, oh, making money. That's evil. Da, 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 da. Like,
no, it's not the making money part. It's the excessive greed part. Because I get you want to return.
What's affordable? What's excessive?
What's excessive?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's excessive to you might not be to somebody else.
It's not, and it's a perception thing. It's kind of like.
But if you had that, you wouldn't consider it excessive. See, that's the thing. They don't either.
If I had that, you know what? I'd probably live like Warren Buffett. If I had that much money, I'd be living in some jank house, have the same car from like 30 years ago. People would be like, "Oh, you should buy this." I'd be like, "Do I need it though?"
That's what he's just like. That's
everything
exactly
I buy is for a purpose. Like I didn't buy a truck till I needed a truck because I wanted to tow stuff and do things. I mean, I could have before then, but I needed it at that point.
He puts his money back into his companies for the most part.
Yeah, and I would always put the money back in the company because I just want innovation. That's all I care about. I wouldn't care about the other stuff. The profit's great. As long as I got enough to live on, great. But
see, he does that, but he also gets profit on top of it because he puts money back into his companies.
yeah, he can do whatever he wants though. He's to that point. The same with like Bill Gates and all those fools. They just have all the money. They can do whatever they want. Control the government, apparently. It's great. Fantastic. Egg prices are still high though.
I don't think they're going to go down. They'll probably sit where they're at.
Well, yeah, probably. Bird flu. Wasn't it bird flu or something?
Yeah, like 6 months ago. It was bird flu. Now they're just sitting where they're at.
Yeah, which is really weird.
Usually they go down.
Why are the egg prices so high, but chicken prices is still the same?
You just said chicken prices were high last week.
No, egg prices are
No,
high.
you said chicken.
Chicken was through the
You
roof.
said chicken.
The only thing we were talking is last week we were
Was
talking
it?
about drumsticks are the only things that stayed the same price. Where chicken breast went through the roof, chicken thighs went through the roof.
I know thighs look like they were up, but chicken breasts look like it was still $13 a pack, $14 a pack.
They used to be $6.
What? Those giant packs like this have always been like $13, $14.
No, I'm talking like the 2-packs are now $14 when the 2-packs used to be like $4.
That sounds like price gouging. Because I know the big packs, I still buy those, and those are still, I mean, maybe a little bit more expensive, but not much.
It's funny, you can go buy the big things of pork chops for $5, but if you want to buy the 2 ones, they're like $12. Makes 0 sense.
That's what deep freezers are for. You just buy bulk everything.
Separate it and put in the those airtight bags.
They are not airtight.
The ones that you put in the machine that suck all the air out.
Yeah, I mean, that would be probably the best way to go. I don't do that. I actually use bagel bags.
Yeah, those aren't airtight.
No.
That's how you get freaking that frost on your meat if you don't put them in the
Freezer burn?
the freezer burn.
No. Yes. Yes. No, we don't. We eat it enough. We eat it quick enough where it doesn't matter. That's like after like 6 months, it'll get all jacked up. But we eat it usually within a month or two. Usually. If not, oh well. What? No?
No,
You have a deep freezer, right?
Nope.
he hates deep freezers.
I don't.
Remember,
I don't like freezing shit.
What?
I buy it and I eat it, and that's it. I don't. No.
When did we have this conversation? Like
Months ago.
months ago.
Like last season?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't. No. I don't buy in bulk. I don't do that. I buy what I need for the week. I eat what I need for the week, and then I go buy more. I don't freeze shit. I don't like freezing anything.
what's considered? Well, so what would you consider bulk? Because I don't actually buy bulk, but the normal pack you can buy at the grocery store does last quite a while for us because we only eat 2 pieces out of it. Out of the 8 we eat 2.
Yeah, that's bulk as far as I'm concerned. I will, if they have a little 2-pack of chicken, I'll buy that because that's what I'll need for then. Like when what is it? Like when I'll buy steaks, I'll buy 1, and me and my wife share it. We split it. I don't buy 2. I don't buy 10. I don't buy half a goddamn cow.
Oh, I would love to buy half a cow.
Don't
You guys
do
want
it. No, don't do it.
Why?
Don't. You will be up to here with meat,
to? Yeah. What's the
and
problem?
it'll go bad before you eat it.
Nah.
Do you know how much beef a cow produces?
You do know I used to actually, when I was growing, like my childhood was literally cutting, killing,
Right.
packing, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it'll go bad before you eat it all.
Meh.
I'm telling you, you will.
Me and Patricia used to buy half a cow and half a pig. That's why I have the deep freezer.
Yeah.
You'd go through it in about 4 or 5 months.
Let's go buy half a cow.
No.
Between the 3 of us.
Keep me out of it. I will not spend my money on that. That is a dumb idea.
I don't do
It's
that.
too much.
I don't
It's too much
buy
food.
anymore either, since I don't have the family all the time. So I literally shop day to day because I don't know what I'm going to want to eat. So I literally just go to the grocery store each day on my way home.
There you go. Buy fresh.
Jesus.
Eat it right then and there.
Seems very inefficient.
Well,
For you, maybe.
if I go out and buy stuff all week long and I get home and I'm like, I don't want any of this. I'm still going to go back to the grocery store now because I'm in the mood for something different because you don't know what you want day to day.
Oh, I don't either. I mean, we cook, but we have meat, we have vegetables, like the little freezer bag vegetables, and then there's just other knickknacks. So there's always something to fall back on. Like I can eat like chicken and vegetables or chicken and salad like every single day of my life and be fine. Or like a piece of protein and some type of vegetable, done. That's all I need.
That's basically what I eat most of the time. I'll toss the carbs in once in a while.
Kevin requires a piece of meat, a piece of vegetable, and a hot dog with every meal.
I haven't had a hot dog in months.
What the hell? Aren't you gonna get a weenie roaster?
I was. Probably still am. Just haven't.
What happened? Why'd you cut back on the hot dogs?
Well, do I need to explain myself? Like, I just did.
Yes.
The person who invented pocket dogs has cut back on hot dogs.
That's still a good idea.
What's a pocket dog?
It's a hot dog you keep in your pocket.
What about the hair and the lint and all that other stuff?
You
Make
keep
sure
it
your
wrapped
pockets
up.
are clean.
Well, you keep it wrapped up in like aluminum foil.
So like a Nathan's hot dog that you slide in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Bun too. You can't dress it. You get ketchup everywhere or whatever. But yeah.
Well, why don't you just create like a little, like a toothbrush holder that
Nope.
holds a hot dog?
Nope. Pocket does just fine.
I feel like that's not a very hygienic
I
plan.
feel I've done it plenty of times.
What?
Yeah.
Let the record show Kevin carries hot dogs in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. I have been known to, yes. On multiple occasions. I had one at my brother-in-law's wedding. When they were introducing us as the bridal party, I took a hot dog out of my pocket, took a bite, and put it back.
Is it on video? Please, God.
Somebody's got to have it on video, I think.
That would. Could you imagine you're getting introduced and some guy's just like. That's like some Homer Simpson type shit.
Yeah. We stopped. We were on a party bus. We were all fucking hammered. We raided this this gas station, and we broke their toilets. Because there was only 2 toilets, and there was like 30 of us, and so we just broke them. And I was buying a couple of hot dogs, and the guy just looked at us and he's like, "Just take them and get out of here. Just leave."
Just.
He's like, "Just leave." We had been drinking all day. We were drinking in the church parking lot.
Is this a church bus?
They had a traditional Catholic wedding, and we showed up at the church because they had like a little room for everybody to get dressed in. Mm-hmm. But we showed up like an hour early, and we're just in the parking lot chugging beers. And then we got dressed, did the ceremony, started sobering up, went back out to the parking lot, had an hour between the ceremony and the bus. Mm-hmm. So we started chugging beers, got on the bus, drank even more. Then it took us to the reception. Don't remember most of that. Then we went to the hotel afterwards.
Yo.
Kept drinking.
That's fucking hilarious.
It was probably 20 solid hours of...
You just getting wasted?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Can't do that
Good time.
anymore. My body would not handle that anymore.
I know.
It was
I
a good time.
had a little Jack and Coke last night, and I was like, well, I fucking overstood. I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. Come to think about it, did anyone go into the beer thing this year?
No, I haven't gone in a long time.
So what we're talking about, Motley Brews. I think we've talked about it on a previous episode, but Motley Brews does a beer event
It's
twice a
always,
year.
it's always so crowded there. They have it at a bad location.
That's the one they do downtown and like the
Yeah, this will be the
Yeah.
downtown one, the one
Yeah,
they
the downtown,
do.
it's at a bad location.
No, not the amphitheater one. This is the one they do, like in front of the D.
Oh, okay.
So this one's the one where it's
amphitheater
actually.
one sucks. Like, it's just...
Yeah, that one's not good. This is the one they usually do either in front of the D or they do it at World Marketplace. And it's like really spread out, and it's April 5th. So I forgot to buy tickets earlier. I think we should go this year. It'll be the last year. Huh?
Why, are they doing it?
Who's doing it?
This is the last year they're doing it?
No, but I mean,
This is
it'll
the
probably
last
be the
year you're
last
going.
year I might actually go because I've been going since 2011 for the most part. So
What time does it start? $145?
no, that's VIP. I'm not doing VIP. This is $58. Probably do the early entry, so 65 plus. And I'll probably do the regular entry at 3. Oh yeah, at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good with that.
And then it's over at like 9.
Yeah, which is fine, dude.
It's over at 7. 3 to 7? You get people in there, you give them all kinds of beer, and then you say, get out and the sun's still shining? The fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, that needs to be an all-night thing. Not a few hours and, here you go. And
It's probably because they run out of alcohol in that short amount of time.
What pisses me
No,
off is the
'cause
ones
it's
that I
vendors.
went to is that there was literally 100 vendors,
Yeah.
and nobody would move. Everybody would just stay at one. It's like, no, let's go try all these other things. No, we're hanging out here. No. Let's try all
Who were
this
you
shit.
with? You weren't with us.
I was with you.
Oh, you weren't with me, because I go to every single one.
No, you were standing there like an ass.
No,
You were just standing there, and I'm like, come on.
I go to everyone because I get like I sample everything.
It was you, your wife, me, my wife, Alex, his wife, Leland, his wife.
Joe was there too. I remember you had the beard.
And I'm like, come on, let's go, guys.
He wasn't there at that one.
Oh.
No, I didn't go to that one. I only went to that.
That was me, you, Alex, Cynthia. You were not with your wife at the time. Because Bree was with us.
I wasn't. Oh, that's right. That was okay. I know when that was. Okay.
That was the last time I went to one. Because that's when I bought the Beer Zombie shirt.
All right, let's go to this one.
I'm on
Voice
call.
trip.
I already looked.
Can you just not take I guess you need 2 days, a day to recover and a day to do it. Just pass it off.
No one's going to take it.
Tell them, be like, hey, Robbie asked a favor, you fucking fools. Do it. Do it. Will you go?
No, I won't. I don't have fun at those things.
Maybe you will this time.
No,
It's been like 10 years. You can try it again.
No, that was in 2018 or 19.
It's been like 7 years. It's a difference. So
I think I still got a picture of you from it.
you probably do.
Wearing your little satchel.
I had a satchel?
Yeah. Oh, we'll find that picture.
Why do I have a satchel?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're Robbie Reed.
Give me
Yeah, man.
You probably had it full of like pretzels.
Oh, well, I do carry like a little satchel bag when I go to them. That way I can put the swag and carry my
Yeah, probably.
my extra cups and stuff.
I don't know, man. This wasn't that big of a bag, so.
No, it was a little brown one. I guarantee
Yeah.
it was a little
Yeah, it
brown
was
one,
a
like
little
that
brown
big. Yeah. I never carry a big bag. I carry a little tiny one because I don't want a backpack. Because if I have a backpack, then I end up buying crap. Because then I'm like, I can fit it in the backpack.
Or your back gets covered in sweat from having it on your back.
Yeah, it's fine. That's what happens to guys.
Yep.
You get sweaty.
Nope. Not carrying a backpack.
I ain't carrying a satchel.
I'm not
It
gonna
gets
get.
tiring
Well, not
carrying
get
it for that
sweaty.
long.
It's not much in it.
Well,
It shouldn't be much in it.
well, when me and him go to the freaking concerts, you got the thing on your back for like 12 hours. It gets tiring.
If I find it, I'll send it to you. But I did find this picture. This picture is great. It's one of the best pictures I've ever taken in my life.
Uh-oh.
It was at your old house.
Is it him sleeping at the table?
No,
Am I sleeping under the table?
it looks like a modern Renaissance painting. Alex and his wife, who's visibly pregnant,
Yep.
she's just standing there, but Alex has his arm around you.
Oh, back when we were actually friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thing. what is that? Am I like
That was,
crying
I
or
think it was,
something?
like you're like, that was
I
Easter.
don't know if I
Yeah.
could show
I
that
think you-
picture. Wait, hold on. I mean, there's no faces really. Yeah, blur the faces.
That was like at the Christmas party one year at Robbie's house. Robbie's on the couch and he's got Alex's legs up on him. And like Cynthia's like standing there.
Oh
And you got
yeah.
your hand on Alex's leg.
Oh yeah. Those were good times. It's a joke thing. Pretty much it was an ongoing joke for like ever.
And then you guys divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys definitely got divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but
We got
whatever.
stuck with you in the divorce, which was probably the better trade-off.
I'm about to say I am by far the better trade-off
Like, yeah, that was.
in any situation.
Well, I mean, you know.
Wow. 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 I'm done.
It just depends, and I can't find that picture.
All right.
But I
well,
do. I'll send it to you.
I'm not gonna put it up. I can't show other people.
I just still want to send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
No,
Make a little album. Make an album. You should. You know what you should do? You should sort my face out and send me all the pictures of me you have.
He can do that through Google.
Yeah, no, that's why I just let it face ID me and then make an album of me and send it to me. You should do the same thing. I'll do one of you guys.
I don't think I have any photos of you.
I have photos of you.
Because you take photos. I don't. I'm not a photo person.
Yeah, I know. I was at your kid's birthday, and I think I sent you an album of like 200 photos of your kid's birthday.
Yeah, I get that.
You had like none. I
Are you
was like,
sure?
what?
Because there's a picture of you and him, and you guys were pretty snuggled up. That was at Christmas.
He's showing me something though.
Yeah, but he's resting on your legs.
What were we doing?
I don't know. He's showing me something.
Showing you something.
How long ago was that picture?
That was like 2 years ago.
What was that?
Really? You really
No. That was Friendsgiving 2019.
Jesus. We haven't had Friendsgiving in like a couple of years. I think we should plan Friendsgiving this year. We should put it in the calendar now so we all know whose house should we have it at.
Jeez, I don't know.
I mean, you don't know. You can have it at your house.
We could, yeah.
You can have it at your house. You can have it at my house.
Just don't let Leland bring anything. Me and my wife were talking about that just
His
last
mac and
night.
cheese?
Yeah, his whack ass mac and cheese that was frozen. Do you remember that?
No.
He was. Oh, dude, one year
He
we were
bought
doing
that.
the
He
Friendsgiving.
bought that at Costco's.
No, he's like, I make the best macaroni and cheese, man. You guys want? Oh, it's so good. And you're like, nah, dude, mine's pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, let Robbie take the lead on this one because his mac and cheese is pretty good.
Yeah, that was at his house.
And then Leland's like, no, dude, no. I make the best. It's the best mac and cheese. And you kind of relented. You were like, okay, all right, Leland, mac and cheese is all you. And he shows up with a couple of fucking frozen Stouffer's mac and cheeses.
Yeah.
Dude, it was such a fucking bummer. Oh, dude, we trashed him so hard for that. It was so disappointing. And then there was the other one where we were doing it Friendsgiving, but we were doing like breakfast style. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'll make biscuits and gravy, man. We're like, hell yeah, biscuits, great. Come on, dude. He made the biscuits, brought those over, and then was like, does anybody want to help me make the gravy for this? And he had a fucking package.
Yeah, he bought the package.
He brought and I'm like, dude, read the instructions on the package, stupid. Like, that's all you got to do is read it and do what it says.
Oh my God.
And he was like, well, I was like, I thought you've done this before. You were so adamant. Oh, I'll make the biscuits and gravy.
That's pretty funny. I don't remember that.
You don't remember
but
that? Oh.
I'm sure you could jog my memory if I saw a picture or something. I'd be like, oh yeah, that time.
Whose house was that? That was at Robbie's house too.
Robbie's house too, yeah. Because you got all the utensils and stuff out. You got the pan out and everything. You're like, here you go, Leland. And he's like, does anybody want to help me? But no, we don't.
So we gotta do Friendsgiving again. That's the moral of the story. I think we need to see what. I think it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, just if he shows up, don't let him bring shit.
Oh, and just
Especially the mac and cheese, man. That's you.
Yeah,
That's all you.
So just so everyone knows, my mac and cheese is legendary. I've never had anyone ever say, well, Brandon said it wasn't that great, but I mean,
Brandon's just an ass.
He's like, yeah, it's fine. It could use a little. I'm like, get out of here with that nonsense. But yeah, it is phenomenal mac and cheese. It is a modified recipe of my mother's.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
And when Leland brought that frozen shit, I was just thinking of what we could have had.
You could have had it. And what makes it even worse is I only make it
a couple times a year.
Yeah, 3 times a year at max.
Yeah.
Usually I make it for Thanksgiving, I make it for Christmas, and then if we have like a friend's event, people be like, bro, mac and cheese. And I'm like, I hate you all, but I'll make it. Okay, so we need to put that in the calendar. We're going to do a Friendsgiving this year. And I'll do a Christmas party.
All right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it will be.
Maybe I'll make some mac and cheese this week. Just for
That'll
shits
be
and
4
giggles.
times.
I know, that'll be 4 times. I'll have to...
Mac and cheese is so good, but it's so bad for you at the same time.
It's so bad for you. Because mine's like 4 different cheeses, like...
So why you only do it 4 times a year?
Yeah.
Well,
One for each.
If it was easy to do, like...
I know, it takes like 2 hours, hour and a half.
'cause
I mean, it's not like the longest. But
You cook the macaroni and then the
everything's-
milk and all that good shit, right?
I make the sauce.
Yeah.
Well, I don't make the sauce. I make the pre-sauce. So I make the
it's a-
macaroni.
It's an event.
Yeah, I make the sauce, which isn't the mac sauce. It's actually a separate sauce that goes on it. Then there's the cheese sauce. Then there's the cheese. So there's like actually 3 different sauces that go into this.
Yeah, I've looked up recipes before. Like, I want to make it, and I'm looking at how time consuming it is.
It is.
Almost all good food's time consuming.
It is. This is true. Everything that's
Like I make a
decent is
biscuits and
time-consuming.
gravy casserole, and it's like 3 hours to make the stupid thing.
I want biscuits and gravy. I actually don't know how to make biscuits and gravy. I know to make regular gravy.
My wife just learned how to make
But that's
sausage
that
gravy.
Yeah,
like,
that's
from scratch, like with the flour and everything and milk and everything. Not the package.
It's time consuming.
well.
Yeah.
I know who just got volunteered for sausage gravy and biscuits and gravy.
She'll make
easy.
it.
Biscuits and gravy. See, now I'm hungry. Egg works. It is.
Tomorrow works.
Yeah, they have really good biscuits and gravy.
They're building one.
Where? A new one?
Yeah, right there at the Smiths.
An Egg Works?
Yep.
Lies.
Let's see, they're putting that. I don't know why they're putting another coffee shop, but they're putting the Dutch Bros, PTs,
We know about the Dutch Bros.
Smoothie King, and there's one more.
It's gonna be a regular wine mom hangout.
Yeah, basically.
That's all you're gonna see there at noon.
It's gonna be the Cane's mom hangout.
They're gonna go to the gym.
Is there a gym there now?
They're
That's what
building an EOS there.
Yeah.
It's what that big concrete building is, right next to Smith's.
So they'll go there, do their gym, then they'll go to the Smoothie King, then they'll go get their caffeine from Dutch Bro or the Starbucks that's in that parking lot.
Well, Starbucks makes not the greatest coffee.
And then they can go to, all the guys who work out the gym can go to the breakfast place. Broken Yolk and get all their protein.
Now they're missing well, no, they have a shake place. You said a Smoothie King.
Smoothie King, yeah.
Well, shit, there's everything you need there. Oh, there's a salad and go in there too.
Those are good.
I've never had it. Every time I think about going there, there's nobody there. So I'm like,
Go get their Greek salad wrap. It tastes like a freaking euro and a freaking wrap.
Greek salad wrap.
Pretty much you take a euro and just put it in a freaking tortilla wrap. That's what it tastes like. Don't get their breakfast burritos. Not that good.
I don't like breakfast burritos anymore. For some reason, it's just too much food.
Too many of them.
What do you mean?
We used to get them all the time at ELM.
We did. I think
There was that one burrito place right down the street.
So there
Oh,
was
the one right across the street.
the
Yeah,
one that was
it
in
was
like
right
the
across
office
the street,
building.
yeah.
It was like an office building with like a burrito place under it, like the most inconspicuous place to get
Yeah.
food. But no, I
It
think
was always
it's,
packed. That place was always packed.
yeah. I think it's more
What was it, Mary's or something like that?
Maria's.
Maria's. There you go.
Maria's, yeah. I just am older and just burritos are like that's pretty much 2 days worth of food right there. So if I eat one for breakfast, I'm like full for like the rest of the day, and then the next morning.
We're getting an Olive Garden, overpriced microwave Italian food.
What are you talking about? They send those chefs to Italy to make that food.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They send the head chef for every Olive Garden to Italy for like however long, a week or 2 weeks or something, to learn from their master artisans. I don't know if they still do it. I remember this was a thing back in the day.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Are you sure?
There's no way. You can tell half that freaking stuff re-microwaved food. Like the lasagna, that's not freshly made lasagna.
Yes, Olive Garden sends some managers, trainers, culinary staff to Tuscany, Italy to training program. Yeah. So, yeah, they probably still do. They only send one, though. So, I mean, that makes sense. Or maybe they send two. I don't know. But someone's got to go there to get trained.
Yeah, I'd rather have something than the Olive Garden going in Henderson, though.
You don't
Better
think,
than nothing. We ain't got nothing over here.
you still don't have nothing, 'cause that's far as hell away.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. It's gonna be right on water in Lake Mead.
Yeah, right at the Target parking lot. They put it right next to the Jimmy John's.
That's pretty far. You need something that delivers to here. That's what you need.
Nothing delivers to my house.
I know. That's why you need something that delivers here. Because nothing delivers.
Kevin probably gets delivery. He's
I
not
get
that far.
Yeah, I get delivery, but that's closer than the other Olive Garden. It's on Sunset and Green Valley.
No, there's one on Stephanie.
No,
Yeah, right down the Barnes and Nobles.
it's not an Olive Garden.
There's one over there
No, there's not.
Where?
on Stephanie, isn't there? There's an Olive Garden over there.
No, there isn't. There's a Longhorn.
There's going to be a Longhorn
not
there.
Longhorn. There's a
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. There's a
right.
what's it called?
I was what?
Hash House to Go Go.
That place blows.
Yeah, Sunset Mount Vista.
Hash
Yeah.
House a Go-Go, and I think I've told this story before. I feel like
Their food,
Sucks.
it sucks, but
no.
they give you a lot.
Yeah, they give you a lot of food.
Yeah, they give you a
great.
lot of garbage.
Their food is
Yeah.
okay. They always spill a drink on me. Every single time I've been there, they have spilled a drink on me. The waitress has somehow fell or something or tripped, and a full beverage has landed on me. I went there with my dad, and I was just sitting there, just eating, and this lady almost broke her face, and freaking whole tray of drinks right on my back. I'm sitting in the center of the thing, center of the floor, and literally everyone just is like, and I think they thought I was gonna get up and like make a scene, and I was like, she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's fine. Just give me some napkins. Shit happens. You know, it's not the end of the world. This happens all the time. She's like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it. That's happened probably 10 times.
I
in my
would
life.
never go there again.
Yeah.
They've
Well,
done less to me, and I know don't go
here's,
there.
here's the thing.
I've been to
That's
one,
happened to
and it really
me
wasn't that
like
good.
probably over 10 times in my lifetime, but it's been in different places. Like I was at Lucille's, whole tray. This actually was more almost.
You need
fell
to
on-
pick your seats better. That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
No, it doesn't matter where I sit. I was like on the corner, and my kid was sitting here. He was baby. He was in his car. He was in his little like high chair, and out of the corner of my eye, I just see this girl, cool. And like I'm like calculating in my head, and it's like about to fall on his head, kind of like in between him and me, and I was like, just covered him up and just all over top of me, and I was like, I smell like booze. And then they gave us like 2 free desserts for a table of like 13. I was like, wow, that's fairly shitty. Food's not my thing. I have great luck in life, but when it comes to food or restaurants, forget about it. My order's always messed up. I never get my order. You know, when I go to restaurants, it's always messed up. They'll literally send me like fish. They'll send me like seafood. I got lobster once, and I was like, what the fuck? Because you know me, I can't eat seafood, so it was just like, I don't think this is my order. Oh no, this is a table. I'm like, this isn't my order. And then they took it away, and it's whatever. But that's my life. I'll take that luck over some other crappy luck. So, is what it is.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm looking at both of you. I guess that's it for the day.
Yeah.
Is it? How long have we been doing this already?
An hour and 10,
Oh.
which is at our limit. So, should be fine.
Should be.
Mm.
Probably. Maybe. Joe, send us out.
All right. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can follow us as Real Friend. Follow us on YouTube and all podcast,
Major streaming services.
major streaming services. Here we go.
We're getting there.
We're
Be
getting
3 years later. We'll get there. You know, we need like a board on this side where you could just be
If I
like,
can memorize it.
you could just
Yeah.
be like, oh, let me read off of it. All right. I'm Robbie. This is Joe, Kevin. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.